Hello everyone. Today we're going to discuss a new topic, and today's topic is called concentration of a solution. Now you might have heard the terms called dilute and concentrated. Now these things are generally heard in the field of chemistry, where in the lab you are asked to either make a concentrated solution dilute or a dilute one concentrated. Now what is actually this dilution and concentration? So that's all we are going to discuss today in this topic. So let us begin first with what is actually concentration. So the concentration of a solution is the amount of solute present in a given amount, that is by mass or by volume of a solution, or the amount of solute dissolved in a given mass or volume of the solvent. Now let me explain what is actually the concentration of a solution. It is the amount of solute. Now we all know in a solution there are two components, namely solute and the solvent. Now when the amount of solute in a solvent is more, we can say that the concentration of the solution is more. And if it is less, then we can say that the concentration of the solution is less, or which we also call as dilute. So this amount of solute which is present in a solution gives us the information about how much concentrated is our solution. Clear? Now moving on, in a solution the relative proportion of the solute and the solvent can be varied. Yes, we can vary the amount of solute and solvent in a solution, and depending upon that the concentration of the solution varies. More the amount of solute, more the solution will be concentrated, and less the amount of solute, less will be the concentration of the solution. Or we can say that if we reduce the amount of solute by increasing the amount of solvent, then we can say that we have diluted the solution. So next, depending upon the amount of the solute present in a given amount of solvent, it can be classified as, into two categories we can classify, depending upon the amount of solute present in a given solvent. The number one is saturated solution, and number two is unsaturated solution. Now this is the main topic that we are going to discuss today in this video, that what is saturated and what is unsaturated, how it is formed by varying the amount of solute, and how can we interchange this saturated solution into unsaturated solution. All these things we are going to discuss in this video, so stay tuned. So moving on to what is called saturated and unsaturated solution. So before going to the topic of what is saturated and unsaturated, let us take an example. Say for example, if you mix some salt or sugar in a glass of water, say first of all you have taken 1 teaspoon and you mixed it. After some time you take another teaspoon and try to mix it. So what will happen? It will also get dissolved. Similarly, you keep on repeating this same process. At one point of time, what will happen is that no more the solvent can dissolve the solute in it. So at this point where no more dissolving of the solute occurs, it is well understood that the saturation point has reached. Clear? So now let us see what is the definition of saturation or saturated solution. A solution in which no more amount of solute can be dissolved at a given temperature is called saturated solution. So as I said, we can no more further dissolve the solute in that solvent, and as a result of which we can say that we have prepared a saturated solution. And the amount of solute present in that saturated solution at that given temperature is called its solubility. Now solubility varies with the temperature. With the increase or the decrease of the temperature, the solubility of the solution varies. Clear? Now solubility is given by the formula mass of the solute by mass of the solvent into 100. So this is the formula for solubility of a solution. Now let us move on to what is called unsaturated solution. Now if the amount of solute contained in the solution is less than the saturation level, it is called unsaturated solution. That means while mixing, if we see that the solution or the solvent can mix further solute into it, then we can say that the solution has not reached its saturation point, and until and unless it reaches its saturation point, the solution is considered as unsaturated. That means we can add more solute to it and it will easily get dissolved in it, or you can say that the solubility still continues. So you can see this. In an unsaturated solution, more solute dissolves, and in a saturated solution, no more solute will dissolve. It has reached its maximum limit. No more further solute will dissolve in it. If we add more solute to it, what will happen? It will settle down at the bottom. No more mixing will take place. Now, as I said, it depends upon the temperature. So what will happen if we increase the temperature of a saturated solution? It will become an unsaturated solution. And if we reduce the temperature of a saturated solution, it will form crystals, or which we also call as supersaturated solution. Clear? So depending upon the temperature of the solution, we can make it or convert a saturated solution to an unsaturated solution, or we can convert a saturated solution to a supersaturated solution. Clear? Now moving on to the next topic, that is expressing the concentration of a solution. Now we have got a formula for solubility of the solution. Now next, how to find out the concentration of a solution. Now to find out the concentration of a solution, there are different methods. So let us see the general formula for concentration of a solution. Concentration of a solution can be found out by knowing the amount of the solute divided by the amount of the solvent into 100. Now whenever we find out concentration, we find out in terms of percentage. So that's why we multiply with 100. Clear? Now this is the general formula. Now whenever the question will be asked in the examination, it will be in terms of either mass or in terms of either volume, the solute and the solvent. So according to it, the formula will vary. So let us see those formulas. The first one is mass by mass percentage of a solution. Now sometimes it is even mentioned that which formula to be used. So mass by mass percentage, if we have to find, then the formula is mass of solute by mass of solution into 100. Now mass of solute is, that means the solute will be in terms of grams, Okay, so that is in terms of mass. And mass of solution is nothing but mass of the solute plus mass of the solvent. Both if we add, that will give you mass of the solution. Clear? Now the next one is mass by volume percentage of a solution. If the solute is given in terms of mass and the solution is given in terms of volume, then this formula is used. Clear? Now next one, volume by volume. If both are in terms of volume, then this formula is used, volume of solute by volume of solution into 100. So these are the various ways of expressing the concentration of a solution, but in all the ways, if you see, it is expressed in terms of percentage. Clear? So generally this mass by mass percentage is mostly used, but there may be some questions where the other ways of expression can also be used. So let us see one example, one numerical problem. Generally numerical problems are asked from this section of the topic. So let us see one. So here the question says a solution contains 40 gram of common salt in 320 gram of water. So I have to calculate the concentration of that solution in terms of mass by mass percentage of the solution. So what is given to us is mass of the solute 40 gram and mass of the solvent is 320 gram. So mass of the solution will become mass of the solute plus mass of the solvent, and that will give us 40 plus 320, that is 360 gram. Now already it is given that mass by mass percentage you have to find out. So the concentration can be found out through that formula, that is mass of solute by mass of solution into 100. So mass of solute is 40 and mass of solution is 360 into 100, so we get 11.1 percentage. So this is the concentration of the solution. So the solution is 11.1% concentrated. So it is not that much of concentrated, it is very less concentrated. So clear? So in this way there are various problems, numerical problems that may be asked in this topic, and those are the main formulas that we have seen in the earlier slide. So you can practice them. So I hope you all have understood today's class. So that's it then for today. Thank you and have a nice day.